Okay, in this video, I just want to test how this application works. So I'm in Aerofly right now, and I'm sitting at Willow Run Airport, and I'm sitting on the runway ready for takeoff. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to bring up my map. So that's right there. And then I also want to bring up Say Intentions, which is right here. Now, when you look at this in 2D mode, obviously it's horrible. You wouldn't do this. But in VR mode, you don't need to have the Say Intentions window open. I'm just doing that to show you. And also, the little screen I have here, I put over on the map view here. So you can see that there's my airplane right there in the airport. That is normally, in VR is kind of pushed over to the side. So it actually works out really, really well. It's very clear, works out nice. But for this purpose, I can't really film this in VR so well. So I'm doing it in 2D mode so you can see what's going on. Okay, so I have the application obviously running, and here's the little map right here. And so if you click Map button, you go to Map. If you click the Radio button, you go to the radio interface, which I'll explain in just a little bit. Let's go back to the Map option here. And you can see that there's my airplane right there, so airplane icon. You can see which way it's pointing. And then this icon right here, this building icon, is actually the airport. And what's kind of neat about this is if you hover over it, it will actually give you a pop-up of what airport it is, the ICAO number, the airport name, and also the frequencies that I have for that specific airport. And if you click on it like this, it's actually going to allow you to do your routing, which I'm going to show you. It also gives you the same information there. And if you want more information, you can click on Sky Vector, and it will take you to the airport. Now, not all the airports have a direct link to Sky Vector. So for the ones that don't, I'll give that example. So so I come back over here to my map view, and I'll go ahead and I'll close that, and let me click Follow Aircraft Off, because by clicking Follow Aircraft Off, I can then pan around this map, and it won't automatically keep pushing back to my aircraft. See, if I click on Follow Aircraft, it goes right back to it, and it's hard to pan around the map. So I actually turn that off, and then let's just go ahead and go to Detroit Airport. So I'm going to click on that, click on View in Sky Vector, and you can see it doesn't go directly to it, but it goes to its search results, and it's usually going to be the first one or two. You just kind of look for where it is, and then you can click on it, and it's going to pop up right there. So any extra information you need about these airports, you can get it right off of Sky Vector, which is probably the better way to do it. So if we go back here, and I'm just going to go back to Follow Aircraft. You also come here to this OpenStreetMap, and what that will do is that will allow you to have different types of maps. I only have a couple in here that I thought were the best, but the one that I mostly use is just the OpenStreetMap view, just like that. Okay, you come over here to airports, and what's really nice about this is there's a lot of airports on this. So I'm going to turn this off for a second, and I'm going to kind of zoom out on this map a little bit. So let's just zoom out. There, okay, let's just zoom out to this. Okay, so you can see, let me do Follow Aircraft Off. Okay, so I have this map right here. If I click on the airports, you're going to see, let me check it, there. You're going to see where it just populated all the airports that are in the Aerosoft game. There's literally thousands of them. So this application knows where every one of those airports are, and it puts them there. The problem is that if you're trying to go for a long distance, this is kind of cumbersome to have to look through all this. So by doing this right here, kind of what I do if I have to go anywhere of a longer distance, let me go Follow Aircraft so it zooms it back on my aircraft, is I'll go to, say, a more local area like that, and then I'll click on airports so it won't be so bad, and then I can kind of click on whatever airport I want to go to, okay? And once I click on the airport and set up a route, which I'll show you in a second, you can actually turn the airports off and, to look at them, or you just zoom in on the map more. But again, this has all the airports that, at least according to the data sources that I got, are in the Aerosoft game. So I'll show you how that kind of works. All right, so that's how the airports and the Follow Aircraft part work. But this is actually kind of the coolest part right here is this whole routing thing. So if I click on the airport here, and I can do Set as From. Okay, and that sets it as my from. Now I'm going to undo my Follow Aircraft for a second. And let me go to Ann Arbor. It's right here. Okay, so I'm going to go to this one, KRAB, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to set that as my 2. So you can see I'm going from KYAP KRV. Now, when I click route like this, it's going to draw a line between the two airports, and it basically gives me my bearing and my distance. Now, this isn't going to show you SIDs and stars and proper approaches and all that. You can go to Sky Vectors, do those charts, put that navigation information into your Aerofly application if you want to, and do that, or just hand fly it. But it's basically as a bird flies. So it gives you just a straight line right to it, so at least you know how to get there. Okay, that's what this point is. And if you click on route, of course, to do the route. If you click on clear, it will clear that route out, and you can do another one. Now, what's really cool is if you go over to radio, it gives you all the frequencies for KYIP sitting right here, and it also gives you ones for KARB sitting right there. So what I can do is here, I need to make a little bit more room on my interface here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in the ATS ATIS for 127 or for will run. All right. Now these 118.0, 118.5, those are just default. So what I got to do is, and you can see up here, it's the same number. See 127.425. So that's good. Those match. All right. So if I go 127, and then I go 425, just like that, and I click enter, you can see it puts in my standby frequency right there. Okay. Also, my comm is powered off. See, comm 1's powered off. You can see right here it's powered off here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'll just swap that over, and then I'm going to turn my COM 1 on. And you can see it turns on there, and it picked up the Willow Run. It's actually reading it off to me right now. Okay, so that actually worked just fine. All right, that's good. All right, so I'm going to swap this back because I want to listen to that. And as you can see, it shuts it off because it's not on that frequency anymore. Now, the next one is ground, which is 119.975. So I can go 1, 1, 9,975. Okay, so I'm doing all this with a mouse, but in VR you have the controllers, and it's very easy to do because it's web-based, and it will be able to click on these. So it works great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that. That's going to be for ground. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and swap that frequency. All right, so it goes here. All right, I meant to, I didn't mean to overwrite it to my ATIS, but that's okay. So here's my ground frequency right here, 119.975. I don't have the mic hooked up to it, so I'm just going to do this. Can you read me? Okay, hit the enter, and so I sent it, can you read me? This is to ground. It's going to filter through for a second, and basically it just popped up. It says will run loud and clear. So it worked, all right? And here's the ground frequency right there, mapped in the background frequency right here. Now I'm going to be honest with you on something that will happen. I got all these frequencies based upon a file I found on the internet, and I'm not going to say it's 100% accurate. I have found some where they're a little different than what Say Intentions is. The good news is it's very, very simple to fix. So, for example, I'll drag this file over if I can. Here we go. Okay, and I don't need to Copilot. And so this is it's in the data folder, and it's the all airports JSON file. And basically, if you just search, say something was wrong in KYP, or I want to add something to it, you just type in KYP, because there's literally thousands of airports in here. Okay, so you type in the one you want, it will go right to it. And then all you got to do is just update whatever you want. So say if the ground one was wrong, which actually when I first did this video it was, you just go here and you just change it. You save the file, you refresh the browser, and the new information is going to be updated. If you want to add more frequencies, say I don't have all of them in here that you wanted in there for what Say Intentions has, then just add them here. Just make sure you follow the formats, okay? Not all the airports, as you'll see up here, KXWA, not all the airports are going to have frequencies listed with them. So the data that I had didn't have any. Now you could always go to SkyVector, see if you can find them, add them in. Just make sure you keep this format. So just kind of look at the way the frequencies are added to an airport. This is known as JSON format. You must have the format exact. You can add them into your own file and update them. I will be doing more of those as I go forward with this program. So probably you'll see updates coming, but that's what I have right now. So just so you know, it's really easy to do. So it's kind of easy to customize the way you want to customize it.